I first installed the speaker wire that came with the speakers, but then I started thinking about connecting and extending those ones, and I don't want to do that. So a couple of things. One, I had to take off the dashboard because I have to run new lines for the speakers, and I first installed the speaker wire that came with the speakers, but then I started thinking about connecting and extending those ones, and I don't want to do that. I want to extend full length speaker wires from the speakers all the way to the amp. So I took them off. That's why I took off the one of the reasons why I took off the dash. Two, I had to put back the brake release handle cable and install that again. So that's another thing that I did, and now that I have it off, I don't think I'm going to put the dash back on until later. So my thoughts right now is that I am going to try to put whatever I can on the dashboard and then reinstall the dashboard. But for right now, one of the things that I do need to do is change the little light bulb that goes to the cigarette lighter, and it actually goes installed on whatever where the cigarette lighter gets installed, plugged into, I think the housing of the cigarette lighter. So what I did is I put an LED light, because I remember I needed one of these lights for my Hayabusa, and I ordered some online. Now here's the LED light right here compared to this little one, the little nub one, but it still fit. This is an LED light, and then you got the incandescent light right here. There shouldn't be any problems because it does fit it perfectly. And when you install it and it's installed, I kind of checked out to see if it's gonna fit right there, and it fits perfectly. If anything, it'll blow out a fuse, but that's all I know. Two, it is really corroded from years and years, so I think I'm gonna clean the wiring part of it, and I'm gonna put some tape around this area just so that it's protected. I'd probably shrink wrap this part, probably not. I mean, if it didn't need it before, then why do it, right? I might do that. The clusters, the gauge clusters, I am going to change the LED lights, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that. All right, so let's do that now. First, what we're going to do is take off the lenses. So you didn't see in the last episode, or in the earlier part of the video, maybe last episode, I changed all these into LED lights right here. The ones that it used to have on here are these right here. They used to have these bulbs right here, and then I installed the T10s, which are these right here. This is the comparison to the LED light. So they all have them now, but I'm going to take these off so that I can go ahead and clean this up. Be careful not to rip this contact. So in order to take these screws off right here, there's one right here and another one right here. You are going to need a 1/4 for your socket, and go ahead and remove it. Now, as a former detailer, I want to take my time on doing what I'm doing right now. So this will give me access to clean the inside and dust it out. So the two top screws is what makes that possible. I'm going to move this out of the way. Then I'm going to set this back here, and then I'm going to cover this. Because we're going to concentrate on cleaning this glass right here. It's made out of plastic, ABS plastic, I believe it is, clear plastic. But it also has two more screws right here, and you want to remove that as well. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now we're able to remove the glass from the casing, and if you can see this right here, it is dirty. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and wash it, and then I'm gonna probably scuff it up and paint it with black paint. I'm probably gonna just tape around this area right here so that I can protect that, and the rest paint it. So I'm gonna first scuff it up, wash it with soap and water. I'll be right back. Went ahead and I washed it and I scuffed it out, but in doing so I kind of ruined the little chrome that it had right here. It has a little ring, but it's only sprayed chrome right here. I don't know how the manufacturer had done that already, but I remember that I went ahead and bought a liquid chrome paint pen. So I'm gonna try that out and re-chrome this area right there. Gotta make sure you shake it. Now there's two ends. There's a fine end and there's a thick end. Find which one you need and see if you can go ahead and re-chrome this. I might need to use the other end. The caps will tell you it's a fine end and there's a medium end. Oh, it's working all right. It's working perfectly. I'm amazed at how this is working. I'm gonna let this dry for a while. Meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some sandpaper and work with this. We'll be right back. So here's a couple of tools that I'll be using. I'm going to be using my angle flat disc grinder, angle grinder, and then die grinder. I got a 600 sandpaper, and then I also have a 100 sandpaper, and then I'm also going to grab another 800 sandpaper and a 1200 sandpaper. So I'll be sanding this in stages. Carefully not to sand out the numbers that it has on here, because I think that's the numbers to the type of glass that you might want to use for your clusters. We're going to go ahead and get started on that. here's the next cluster that we're going to be working on. This is my speedometer, and obviously it's pretty dingy, dirty. Again, this is a 1979 Pontiac Grand Prix. I don't think anybody has ever taken this out, or they have, I don't know, but they never cleaned it. And we are going to change all the LED lights that are on here. So we're going to take all of them out and replace them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Just twist, pop them out, and we're going to set them right there. Carefully not to break them. I mean, I have another speedometer, and so I have extra parts, and I'll be able to utilize that. I'm going to inspect each and one of these, but it looks like one of those might not be working at all. I feel like it didn't grab on there. I don't know why there's two blue ones. I don't know what the significance of that is. They just seem to be the same ones, all incandescent light bulb. Alright, last one. So now what we're going to do is we are going to remove the lens, and I started out with removing the silver knob that it has on the front. So if you are going to take that off, you first have to take this little screw, inside screw out with a flathead that goes inside. After you unscrew that, pop it out carefully, don't lose that. Then you can pop off the knob, put it off to the side. The next thing you have to remove is these front screws, and I loosened them up earlier so that I can make it easier for me. I did take it off one time before, and what I did was I polished out the lens, but with me cleaning and adding a new dashboard, I wasn't able to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So 4 screws. Now you can pop off the lens, and as you can see, it is very, very dusty. The lens appears to be yellow, and the reason is because it's sunburned, or it might be from the light itself. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna bother on buying a new one unless I need to. I think I'll be alright with that. It doesn't bother me. This one, however, I feel like I may need to remove this if I want to clean it out. Removing the contacts is a little bit more difficult than I expected. Oh, actually, this popped out. So I will be able to scuff this out and paint it just like we did the other one. And since the chrome on this one seems pretty good, I'm not going to touch that at all. I'm just going to touch around these areas and the top and probably the inside of this one, and that's about it. Other than that, I'm going to dust this one out when I'm ready. I'm going to set this aside. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll be right back after I wash this. Finish cleaning the clusters, the speedometer, and also the oil and temperature gauges, and we polished as best as we can the lenses. Now, I just found out after I put it all together that one of the corners was broken. So I may need to buy another lens somewhere. I'm going to be looking for that because I want it to all have the screws and bolts where they need to be. I don't want to be for it to rattle or anything like that, some sort. But it came out nice. Let me show you. I mean, it's a little dusty right now again, but we're gonna go ahead and install this today. And if you guys remember, I changed all of these into LED lights. So as soon as I'm done with, well, let me show you. I don't know if you can see. if there's a glare or not. That's what it is. As I mentioned, I did change all the lights into LED light. Now, as soon as I install this, we'll be able to check it out after I get most of the car complete. Because I have no battery in it, and right now we're going to be working on the system, which that consists of soldering some wires. And that's another thing, this whole cable, this is going to be for the next episode, but this whole cable now, and I got enough for the 4 speakers that I'm going to be installing in here, but I'm going to be running the wire and also getting this painted as well. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, thank you for watching.